This is NBC 29 HD News at 5:30.
And it came up quick, and faculty and staff are gearing up for classes, getting their lessons in order. Now, the car came up this hill, turned, and crashed right into this gas line. And a good evening to you, Steve and Sharon. You know, it's the quiet neighborhoods like the one that I'm in that police say burglars look for.
There's some really great deals that people are getting on winter right now.
So it's kind of the opposite of what you would think.
It absolutely is. Good evening, Kim.
Yeah, good evening, Steve. There has been actually 2 other incidents involving this aggressive fox. Now, one jogger encountered the fox last night but was not injured. And what happened this morning gave another jogger quite a scare.
And I heard a girl screaming pretty loud, and she was like, "Can somebody help me, help me?"
Police say the jogger was heading down University Way early Wednesday morning when she encountered the fox. The animal was snarling, and even though she threw a sweatshirt at it, it still came after her. The jogger got medical attention, but police say she didn't come into direct contact with the fox. But animal control is taking no chances now.
We went and got 2 traps, and we went up and set the traps, spread them out apart up on University Way in Langford, and have got them set up there hoping to catch the 6th fox.
2 traps have been set up by the railroad track behind the wall along the street, but Durer wants people to know seeing wild animals in broad daylight in Charlottesville is not uncommon.
We see a lot of wildlife during the daytime in the city. I've seen fox running along beside deer in the daytime, so it's not unusual to see it.
But if you see any abnormal behavior, police say take caution.
Only way that we know that if a fox is sick is if he's acting peculiar when you get there, if you do see the fox. If he's staggering or falling down or anything like that, he has got, most of the time, he has distemper.
Something to watch out for on that leisurely stroll. Now, police say if the fox does check out, they're going to release it away from populated areas. If it looks to be sick, police will hand it over to the city health department for further testing. 27 inches of rain, 124 dead. Hurricane Camille unexpectedly hit Nelson County exactly 40 years ago. Colleen Thompson remembers she survived it.
And I heard this roaring, and it smashed me down, and I just rolled and all of that stuff.
It was here at Muddy Creek where Thompson was pulled some 4 miles that way by fast-moving floods. But it was her daughter, Bonnie, who suffered a different fate.
The last thing that I knew is the refrigerator turned over, and she climbed up on it. And she said, "Mama, I'm all right." She wasn't frightened or anything.
To this day, Bonnie Thompson's body has not been found. Hugh Swain was in charge of the disaster relief and recalls setting up 4 trailer parks for people who had no place to live.
It involved Corps of Engineers, it involved the Soil and Water Conservation Service, it involved local contractors with backhoes, bulldozers. So it was necessary that we began to put those things back in place.
40 years later, roads devastated by the storm have been fixed, homes rebuilt, and museums adding space to remember Camille. But for Colleen Thompson, she'll always have her memories of a final goodbye with her daughter.
There was a brilliant light around her, and she said, "Mama, I had to come back one more time to tell you goodbye. I've got to go back." And I think the reason that the Lord did that was to give me peace.
Kim Saltmarsh, NBC 29 HD News.
And 1, 2.
The countdown is on for the regional championship, and local pole dancer Erica Shergold, also known as Lacey Rose, is bending over backward to get ready.
And what goes through your mind when you're doing this move? Then definitely hold on since your head is closest to the floor.
She's one of 12 finalists on the East Coast practicing pole moves, fighting for a spot in nationals next year. But let's face it, pole dancing often has a certain connotation to it. Shergold says that's a major misconception.
A lot of women do it to lose weight and to gain strength. So it's definitely from the athletic side. A lot of women come in and do it that way. A lot of women feel like they don't have anything that's theirs.
Instructor Samantha Jones brought the regional competition to Charlottesville. From elegant movements to backward bends, Jones says pole dancing is climbing its way to sports status.
Really, it's kind of starting to explode because people are getting more interested in seeing that it's not something that you're just going to see in the clubs.
So I hit the polls and had the girls teach me a few moves. Let's just say I won't be heading to regionals anytime soon. As for Shergold, she will be. And for her, it's more than a competition. It's a personal expression.
Really, performing is the highest thing for me, even above competing. So for me, this is a huge chance to get out there and share my art.
2, 3, 4.
An art she'll be counting on to win. Kim Saltmarsh, NBC 29 HD News.